So here I have the Corsair HX1000. It's a 1000 watt power supply. It's fully modular. It's has a 80 plus platinum efficiency, certified. It has a 10-year warranty. Right off the bat, we can see the amount of cables we're getting here. One ATX 24-pin cable, 2 EPS CPU 8-pin cable, 8 PCIe cables for your graphics card. Not that you're gonna need that many, but it's good to have backups. 8 SATA cables, another 8 90-degree SATA cables. So that's 16 SATA cables in total. Insane. Let's see. 8 peripheral cables, also known as Molex. Molex cable. And yeah, your floppy drive adapter, I guess. If you still need floppy, they got you covered. Let's turn the boxes on the side here. See the back of the box. And they show you the features this power supply is: new performance premium components and low noise, ultra low noise. It has the 0 RPM function that the fan only turns spin when it needs to. Yeah, basically they show you the graphs of the 80 plus efficiency, over 115 watt voltage, I guess, input, and 230 voltage, I guess, system load, whatever. And the noise levels, this is the graphs for the fan when it starts to kick in. When it gets to 40 degrees, around 40 degrees, something like that, it starts to spin, I guess, all the way up there. And yeah, this is pretty much it. So let's take a look. Let's open this up and take a look. And later on I'll get to plug it in and we'll see how it works. So once you get it outside of that box, it comes in another box, of course. And we'll just get to open this up now so you can take a look. Oh yeah, we have a sticker here to cut that up. And of course, there you go. You get the user manual for all the series of power supplies that they offer. You get the HX750, 850, 1000, that's what we have, and the 1200. We don't need that. And important information, we don't need that. Comes in a styrofoam protecting covering. That's the power supply. That's your power cable. And you get zip ties and a badge, sticker badge, I guess, to put on your computer, screws, and all these good stuff. And there's the bag with all your cables over here. We'll go over at that in a second. I just want to take a look at the power supply real quick. And you got the desiccant bag. And the power supply is not that big. It's pretty good for me because I don't need a big power supply. And it's not that heavy. I've had like heavier power supply than this. It is heavy, but I've seen heavier. And boy, that looks good. It looks pretty nice. Very nice design by Corsair, but of course I worked with these before, so that's nothing new for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And that's where all the cables are gonna go into. That's all the connectors. We have about 2 6-pin connectors here, another 3 of 8 pins, another 2 of 6 here, so total, and another 3 of 8, another 2. So basically we have 6 pins connector, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 8-pin connectors for your PCIe and or your EPS cables. And over here is the ATX. Yeah, that's where we're gonna plug the ATX connector, and the second one, because it's kind of splits into 2. And I guess you have multiple and single plus 12 volts over there. You can choose the mod for it. And over here you have the the plug if you want to turn it off or turn it on. Of course, we're gonna leave it on the off position. Make sure you always do that unless you're ready to plug your computer, and that's the only time when you flip it on. So let's take a look at the bag of cables that we have, and we'll see what kind of cables, how it looks like. Okay, so once you open the bag, you get all these cables right here. Let's start with this one. This is a PCIe, the first PCIe cables. Remember, we have 8 of those. Insane. And that's another one, number 2. Let's see, that's number 3. That's insane. That's an insane amount of PCIe. That's a SATA cable, obviously. We have 16 of those. So yeah, that's a CPU EPS cable. Let's see. This is another PCIe. Of course, I'm not gonna need any of those because I'm gonna be using this in a workstation build that doesn't even require a graphics card cable like that. And this is a Molex cable. This is another EPS cable. That's the second one. We only get 2 of those. This is another Molex cable. And SATA. And another SATA. That's 3 sets already. And that's that FDD adapter, the floppy disk drive adapter. If you need it at all, you can connect it into a Molex female over here, into a Molex male, and that's how you power your FDD. Not that I don't think anyone needs that, but just in case you do, you got it. You're covered. This is the big ATX cable, 24 pin. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. It splits into 2. Of course, if you build a PC, you already know that. So if you built a PC before, so that's nothing new. And the last cable is another SATA cable right there. So this is it. This is all your cables right here. It's a good amount. I needed this kind of amount of, especially on the SATA, because I'm gonna be connecting a lot of hard drives. This is gonna be a workstation build. I'm gonna put a lot of hard drives in there, so it's always good to have SATA cables. And yeah, I do need the 2 EPS because the motherboard I'm getting is pretty power hungry. It's gonna be pretty power hungry. So yeah, this is basically it. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to connect the power supply into a machine that I have, just to test it out, to see that it works well, and yeah, we'll see. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so I plugged the power supply and everything. I left the cables like that because I don't want to open the lock, because I'm not going to be using this power supply right away, but I just wanted to test it out to see that it works. So I got it into my test system here. And yeah, let's power it on. And there you go, we see the fan is spinning. The system is turning on. We got the beep. And of course we get no bootable device because I don't have any hard drives connected. That's what we want to see. And there you go, the fan turns off because it only works under load. And yeah, overall the system works. I mean, this power supply works well right off the bat. That's pretty much it, I guess. I mean, there is nothing else to say or do at this point. We got a good working power supply. I'm going to be using that on a workstation build that I'm going to be doing, so we might see it like you might see it in a future video where I'm going to be building that system. So that's pretty much it. This has been my video about the Corsair HX1000, just an unboxing and testing to see that it works well, and it does. So yeah, if you want to see that build video in the future, make sure you stay tuned to this channel and subscribe or whatnot, and yeah, see you in the next video.